My name is Kristi Silence, and I'm getting ready to move into this house here in the next few weeks, hopefully.
I'm Anna Hamilton. Sarah and I started Hamilton Habitat in 2020. We'll have 7 homes done since 2020. 4 of those are 1 bedroom. We did a 3-bedroom last year, and we're able to get 3 nurses, all sisters living in that one, all local girls. And then one of the 1 bedrooms we did last year is a woman that cleans at the hospital. We want people in a home. We want working stiffs, which is what we've been our whole life, in a home. And we want them here in a home, in a community where it's almost unaffordable for the average person. And we're doing it.
We're really fortunate to have an organization like Hamilton Habitat in this community who's doing this for really good reasons. Jason Hale, Executive Director of the Cook County HRA. Housing is like the single biggest economic development problem in the country in a lot of places. We're not an exception.
So I'm a single person working with a single income, and most of the houses that are actually on the market, not, being built by Hamilton Habitat, are above my price range at this time. But Hamilton Habitat makes these houses affordable for the single income. That's their goal.
One of the buyers was going to have to leave the county. She's been here 14 years, and we took care of that, and I'm really proud of that. We're really proud of that.
Just excited, as I knew that I was finally going to be able to buy my own home in the community after renting for the last, 13 years. And if you do happen to lose the housing you're in, it's very difficult to find somewhere else. A lot of the houses, once again, are just not affordable on a single income. So if you are put in that position, where do you go? I feel like I can be here for the next several years. I'm not going to have to worry about what happens. Yeah, it's a sense of security. And it's also a little more freedom.
Anna and her organization are doing something that I can't do easily. Again, what I want to do is set the stage for her in organizations like that so they can just keep building and doing their mission and reduce the barriers that exist. Meanwhile, I've been working on acquiring property that I can help Hamilton Habitat provide to them at little or no cost so that they can continue to build the housing they built. Property is really hard to come by. It's kind of crazy. There's 3,300 square miles in Cook County. As we know, and probably people have heard ad nauseum, over 90% of that's public and Forest Service DNR. When you pare it down, like for practical reasons, to do infill housing affordably, it's in city of Grand Marais, and there's a limited amount of property available. I'm trying to use the HRA, authority of the HRA and the resources we have to get property so that we can encourage projects like Anna Hamilton's.
There's a new HRA and EDA director, and they're doing a good job. I'm anxious to see what they do. We're doing it, and we're doing it with the support of this community and people that are invested in this community.
I don't even know when I started to think about trying to buy a home in the community. It kind of been on my radar, at least for the last few years. Prior to COVID, I was having conversations with people. I was actually looking at this piece of property as one of my ideas, doing contract for deed through a family member, and then looking around the community as well to see what else my options were.
I have a lot of new people that move into the county that contact me that might hear from me from somebody else. But local people that have been here a while, just know what we're doing. And they call me and quiz me, want to get on the list. So people get on the list. There's probably 18 people right now on the list. When we get a piece of property and I know what I'm going to do with it, I get a hold of the first 5 or 6. And I tell them what we're going to do. Some think it's good, some it fits for some, it doesn't fit for others, and the ones that they think it fits for, like these gals, I tell them to go get their financing in order. Once they go get pre-qualified for a loan, then this is designated as their spot.
Honestly, it was probably the best thing I could do to team up with her, because even working with family, contract for deed, the total cost would have been well out of what I could afford on a single income. So this worked out, I think, well for both of us.
Everybody has been gracious, It's catching on. It's catching on. The need has been here. I've been here 40 years. The need's been here a long time.
Anna's great. They're really going above and beyond for this community, and yeah. that's amazing.
Cook County saved my sister and I for 2 different reasons, you know, just times in our life. And I'm just trying to do that thing, that give back thing, but we mean it. It's just such a dorky thing to say. Yeah, we really like this community and we don't want to be anywhere else. And we want the people who keep the grease in the wheel homed. Those are the people that there are no homes for, you know. One of these days people are going to wake up and there's going to be nobody to work in the gas stations, nobody to bring your meal out to you at a restaurant, nobody to cook your meal. I mean, people just don't think about those people and how vital they are to this community. I mean, the nurses, it doesn't matter, you know, it's just, but really the little guy, the blue collar guy is probably the one that needs it the most and the ones that we're having a really hard time doing anything for because of cost. And if we really do get some land from the HRA and the EDA, if they work with us, we can truly build for those people now because we don't have to include the land cost. If we got rid of the land cost here, this house would be just a little more than I paid for it. Period. That's huge. That's huge.
It's easy to be an armchair critic. It's really difficult to go out and change something.
I think this whole process, just for me in particular, and probably several others, is just those connections you have through the community.